Welcome back to another episode of PR Yourself with Leah Frazier. I am so excited, y'all. I have to eat my words because TikTok has taken over my life in a good way. But I have an amazing, amazing consumer brand I want to talk to today. Karie Bonner with You Glow Girl, and she has literally built like her business by using TikTok creators. And I just want to have this conversation because it's almost like this hidden secret that a lot of small businesses aren't aware of that's happening. And me being in PR and media, I am seeing a whole movement over there on TikTok that is just freaking untapped and my mind is blown. So Karie, I had to have you on the show to tell all the tea. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I can't wait to tell the tea. I love telling other entrepreneurs and small businesses the tea about TikTok because there's so many misconceptions and a lot of people have no idea what's happening over there. And I'm like so big on spreading the knowledge. It was given to me, so I want to give you all the tea.
Karie, I was one of them. I There are episodes, if people look back, they're gonna be like, she is such a hypocrite. She says, I ain't ticking or talking or dancing for none of you guys. And many, 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 many episodes back, I interviewed a friend of mine here in Dallas. Her name is Shanta Colette, and her profile is Hey Shanta Q. And she was posting and dancing and doing her family thing on TikTok over the pandemic. Now she has millions of followers. And I remember way, way, way back in the day when we were like the only Black bloggers in Dallas trying to make it in fashion. And, she had her own blog and then she tapped into TikTok when we were all eating and on the
Mm.
couch. Well, that was me. Uh, we won't go there.
Yeah.
But and now she is being flown all over the world. She just went to France. She's on big stages. And I'm like, I know her. And I remember what we were going through in Dallas, and TikTok blew her up. And I'm just
Mhm.
like, ah. And so it is a whole machine, but I want business owners to know, just like you, Karie, like, hey, this is an untapped influencer creator market that really could help your business, especially like if you're in, if you have a consumer brand. So before we get into all the fun stuff, you're in the lab right now. Like I'm looking at you in the lab with products.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
this ain't the assistant to the assistant. Karie has a hand in this when you're ordering You Glow Girl. But tell me a little bit about how did all of this come to be?
Yeah, so I actually started my brand. It was May of 2020. So my husband and I both lost our jobs right at the start of the pandemic on the same day. Like, so it was 1 month before our wedding, and I was like so scared. I was so nervous because I'm like, why are you encouraging me? Because he was my biggest cheerleader, my biggest advocate, my biggest supporter. I'm like, why are you encouraging me to do something as scary as to start a skincare handmade business in my home during a pandemic? Like, that didn't even sound like it was something that I should be doing. It sounded like I needed to be back in banking, being on the teller line, branch manager, what I was doing for the last like 10 years. But he's like, no, babe, you're so creative. This is your passion. I see what you could do. You worry about just being creative. I'll go and find a job. Like, don't worry about it. And that's
Where
exactly what
can we
happened.
is my fiance listening? Honey,
And I fought him, girl, tooth and nail. I'm like, no, I have got to be in corporate America. I have got to be stable. So I unloaded the business. It didn't work. I packed the business back up. I unloaded the business. It didn't work. I packed the business back up. And when I say it didn't work, that's because I was pouring everything I had into restocks, into buying products, and I wasn't turning a real profit. I was on Etsy. And although I loved Etsy, I had a very good community. For the 5 years I was on Etsy, I probably had 300 sales. And so it felt like as it started to pick up, it felt like a lot in the time, like maybe 3 years down the road. I'm like, okay, we're chugging along. Etsy shut me down because I was selling turmeric soap and I said anti-inflammatory.
oh,
I know. And they said, you can't give medical advice. You're not a doctor. I said, I sure am not. I'm just a girl who knows how to make soap, body butter, candles, all of the things. So I moved my business over to Shopify and it was incredibly slow. Like nothing was happening. So I said, okay, I'm going to try TikTok. I applied to be a TikTok seller 9 times. On that, like nine time, everything was packed back up, put in my storage unit. I said, if this doesn't work and they don't approve me, I'm just gonna pack it up again. On that 10th time, they said, "Congratulations, you're approved." I saw it at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to wipe my eyes because I was like, "What? I
Were
got
you
approved?"
changing anything in your application each time to figure out what the holy grail was for them to take
Yes.
you on? Okay.
You want to know what it was?
What?
Putting, putting the pictures on an all white background. TikTok likes clean, they like aesthetic.
Did they tell you that? Did they give you that feedback though when you were no? So you just had to look at somebody else's or try to figure it out?
You know what it was? I accidentally joined a live of this older lady who also sold soap. And she invited me to co host with her, and I accidentally approved it. And I got on there and I was like, she's like, "Why aren't you on TikTok?" And I said, "I am struggling. I can't get it approved." So she told me exactly what I needed to do, and it worked.
Let me pause right there because she didn't have to do that. She could
No.
have said, "This is my competitor. She's selling soaps too."
Hmm.
And I just love the camaraderie and the community. And I don't know if it's something about the TikTok community. Again, I'm just going to put a blanket statement out there because the way I got in was another creator
Hmm.
sharing their TikTok community, sharing the event in Dallas for me to go to,
Hmm.
and now I'm here. I think there's something with all of this. This is crazy. Okay,
It
so
is.
continue. So you go on this random
Mhm.
ladies live. Okay.
Yes. I go in there and I'm shrink wrapping my soap. She's putting her soap away. So it's kind of like crazy that we both were doing the same thing at the same time. It was like so divine. Like, I just believe I'm really religious. I'm like, God knew to place her in my life at that time. Like, I needed her. And so she told me exactly what to do. I did it and I got approved. And so I ended up going live. And it was only a couple people in there. I would go at 4 o'clock in the morning. I wouldn't even show my face. I was so scared. Like, so I would shrink wrap the
I
soap
haven't
and
done my
people,
first live yet. So
you haven't? When you
and
do
they
your
keep
first,
pinging me. They're like, "Go live, go live." I'm like, "Can I just get a video cadence down first before I add live streaming?" And I'll be live every Tuesday and Thursday with my favorite product thing. Like, I know.
promise me this, Leah, before you do your first live, can you let me know that you're going to go live so I can have my community come support you?
Yes, I
So you don't feel
will.
like you're talking to
Well,
yourself?
I want to do it with your products.
Yes,
Now,
absolutely. Oh,
don't be mad at me if I mess up some. Like, oh, she said it was fragrance free, and we got all sorts of fragrances up there. I'm like, okay, I'm just nervous. I'm just nervous.
you just got to practice. No, I got you 100%. I will get you. I have an amazing team, and I know we'll get to it of affiliates and creators, but we will support you wholeheartedly. So you don't even have to worry about it. But
Yes. Okay. So, all right. I'm getting beside myself because it's so much
it's
fun.
okay.
So you're on this live. Y'all are shrink wrapping. Y'all are doing the thing, and what happens for you?
So I start noticing that my live numbers start to pick up. And so I said, let me start to do shoppable lives because I was still nervous to do like actual live with carts and where people could buy directly from the live. So I was still working full time at the time. I worked at the bank, but I had a pretty flexible job where I worked from home. So I would do a little bit of bank work, a little bit of work, a little bit of bank work. Sorry, bank.
It's
But,
not like it
so
was in financing, so it wasn't a conflict of interest.
no. And they knew I would always bring them stuff to the bank. The girls loved me and they loved it. They would actually help me handwrite my notes while we were at work because they just felt like they believed in me.
Oh, but they were
I
investing
know.
into something. Yeah, I like that.
They they were. And so I remember picking up. And so I would after work every day I was on a schedule. So after work, before my husband got home, I would cook dinner and I would live stream. So my first live stream where I did a cart, I think I got maybe like 7 sales. And I was like, ooh. Oh my goodness, that's 7 people who didn't know I existed, 7 people who saw the brand, trusted the brand, and tried my products. So I said, I'm going to do this again. And I remember getting off the live like, babe, why would those 7 people even be in there watching me? And so he was like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. So I did it again. I got 50 orders the next time I went live. And I said, oh, okay. So then I did it again and I got another 50 orders. And I said, okay. I'm gonna do it one more time, and if I get more orders, I'm gonna know that this is not a fluke. But like the algorithm must something must have happened for it to push these people. Like this can't be right. So I did it again and got another 50 sales. So now I had 150 orders in 3 days. And I'm looking at my husband. He's looking at me. I don't even have enough boxes for this. I wasn't expecting that. And at the time, like I said, I was still working, so I was pouring all of my paycheck into my business, and so it was hard, like investing in the and getting the supplies that I needed. So I just said, but you know what? I'm going to make a way. I'm going to fulfill these 50 orders. I'm going to do it the best way I knew how. I sent out 150 orders. Guess what happened?
You
The
got more.
bottles, no, the bottles leaked. All of the bottles and a lot of the orders leaked. So, this is what I think was pivotal to my success on TikTok because TikTok is all about reputation and word of mouth. So, I was devastated. I think I was crying on the floor. And I just kept getting email after email like, hey, I got my order. It smells so good, but the bottles leaked. So, what I did was I refunded everybody who messaged me, whether they were upset or not. And that set me back, I think at the time, maybe $1,500. Mind you, I'm working on a paycheck. That was my paycheck. That was all I had. And so I ended up refunding those people and remaking their orders and reshipping their orders. But what that did for me was build a community that was so solid and so locked into the brand because they knew, hey, even during adversity, when it's time to show her true colors and like see who she really is, because I could have ignored the messages, not responded, you could have been chasing me down. I made it right every single time. And so it's so funny because one of those orders that I made it extra, extra right with ended up being an order from a really big notable influencer who ended up getting me six figures in sales over the last 12 months.
Girl, girl,
Yes.
what are we doing here?
I don't know.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. You just never know.
Mm-mm.
You just never. And you know, I say this a lot and I really mean it. I think customer service is a lost art. And I probably
Mhm.
need to redo another episode on that alone.
Yes.
Just because a friend of mine, she's really big in Dallas and she ordered from a fashion designer recently and they didn't do what you did. They ignored her and they didn't know who she was. And they ignored her and ignored her. And apparently she had paid like $400 for this outfit and they just kept ignoring her. And finally she posted it online. She's like, I don't know what else to do, but I don't want anybody else going through what I'm going through right now, so I'm posting it. And then once they figured out who she was, they were all in her comments like, we need to, let's resolve this, let's did it, because it started going viral. But I'm like, man, customer service is such a lost art. It shouldn't take that I have to go to Threads or Instagram or whatever to out you to resolve an issue, you know.
Mm-mm.
And so I commend you on putting the customer first, because these days that philosophy is non-existent.
Yeah, and that's true. And TikTok is actually TikTok Shop specifically is so big on customer service. There's so many metrics centered around customer service. And I know brands shy away from being a TikTok Shop seller because they just hear so many things about like having to ship out orders in 48 hours, having to allow refunds on body care products, even though there's nothing I can do with a used body care product. And so there's all these stipulations that I think make brands nervous about using TikTok Shop to help promote their business. But for me, it's just been so pivotal in my like growth and my success that I am team TikTok Shop for small businesses, large businesses, any kind of business.
Well, I am so excited for you. Before we get into just a little bit of the logistics, just tell me a little bit about you, Glow Girl. Like, what are some of your favorite products that you offer? Like, what is some of the top sellers on TikTok? Girl, tell me what I'm about to be selling.
Okay, so you're gonna sell first date body oil. First date,
I love body oils. I love me a
yeah,
good body oil.
that's what all of this is. And so, First Date Body Oil has been one of our best sellers. It smells like a warm amber marshmallow. I know. I'm gonna have to send you
I
some.
love Amber. I love Amber so
You'll
much.
love it.
Oh my
You'll love it. You'll love it. So it's been one of our best sellers. And then we also have what's called glossy glows. Those are body bombs. So we have a lot of our scents, and an oil-based body bomb. So as it starts to get cold, it's gonna be so good to lock in that moisture, that hydration. And so we also I'll do all kinds of things, Olia. So sometimes I'll drop lotions. I just made 300 marshmallow lotions like 2 days ago.
What is this
Um,
obsession with marshmallow? Like this is I just promoted a color. Actually, I'm wearing it right now, and it had
Uh-huh.
marshmallow extract in it. And then
Yes.
there was another beauty product that had marshmallow extract. Like, what is this? What is this obsession with marshmallow?
Oh, let me tell you. Okay, so my girls, they're called the Glow Babes. We love marshmallows. It's not uncommon that you come into my life and I'm dressed like a marshmallow. Yeah. Or my husband has a big inflatable marshmallow costume. It just smells so good. You know what it really is? Marshmallow is just vanilla, but like a fancy bougie version because it's just
Mm.
vanilla with some cotton candy. So if you like vanilla and you like the sweeter vanillas, the birthday cakes, the vanilla buttercream frostings, that's literally just what a marshmallow is by composition with some musk and some ambroxan and stuff to make it like amber to make it a little bit more woody than like a vanilla buttercream, but tomato, tomato. And so a lot of people love vanilla because there was that big vanilla craze.
I'm
Exactly.
wearing all vanillas today.
Exactly. A lot of people love vanillas. And so that's why everyone is so like enamored with like marshmallow scents. We just like
I
vanilla.
just learned something today. Okay, okay. So
Mhm.
marshmallow's huge.
Mhm.
And we have the body oils, the first date body oil, and what else? Give me one more that's doing
The
big for you.
okay. I would say I want to say the good fluff because it's literally an ooey gooey marshmallow. It smells so good. But I'm gonna for my sophisticated girls, I have a fragrance called the Berry Best, and it is Burberry Her, which has like strawberry, black currant. But I added in some more berries to it. So I hyped up the like berries and made it a little bit more intense than the original. So you could wear it with the original. I do, but it smells so good. And I'm actually gonna make it in a candle for my birthday in the next week or so.
Look at you. I'm
Mhm.
obsessed. I should not be having this conversation because Lord knows she needs to work. And I'm like, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. Y'all see how she's selling? Like
Uh-huh.
this is all day long on TikTok with those creators. Let me tell you.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's flip it from the business owner now utilizing these creators and affiliates on TikTok to help mass kind of sell this product. I will say for myself, I was not aware of this engine because that's what this is. This is a massive engine that small businesses, a lot of them aren't even aware.
Mhm.
Until I went to a creator event here in Dallas. Again, I kind of weaseled my way in. I'm sorry, TikTok. I literally set up my creator account just to apply. And I was like, I'm not going to get in. I haven't sold anything. And they were like, we'd love to have you. I was like, oh, I just set up an account so I could be nosy.
Mhm. Mhm.
And they had this event. It was really cool. All these brands were there. I didn't even know how to use the account. And so I'm there trying to learn how to scan the products and add them to my showcase
Uh-huh.
and figure it all out on site. And they had this panel of these women who were talking about how they made like 40,000 a month as a TikTok creator. And I'm like, what? Just selling and talking about the things that they loved. And I was like, this is insane. And all three of them have left their jobs.
Mhm.
Two of them have retired their husbands. So now the husbands are ticking and a talking.
Uh-huh.
One lady was just like, all I'm doing is selling. People just want to know what garden hose I'm using when I'm landscaping my front yard. And she says, so we
Mhm.
make 40,000 a month talking about garden hoses. I was like, what? One girl, she got so good with ColourPop Cosmetics, that's all she sells.
Mhm.
And the other lady's an over 50 creator who's just like, I just talk about what women over 50 should be wearing. And you do 3 to 5 videos for each product and just literally push it through the engine, and TikTok will take care of the rest. I
Mhm.
go to look at their followings. They're not even that big. One girl was like 12,000 followers. I was like, I got more Instagram followers than that.
Mhm.
The other lady had like 30,000. The other one, it's not these massive followings. So I was trying to figure out what is happening over there
Yeah.
on TikTok. So tell me, what is happening, Karie?
Yeah, I'll tell you. So you don't even have to have a huge following. You just have to have a community that's one in your same niche. So if I'm a fragrance girly and I'm selling fragrance, but all of my girlies are into makeup, you're not going to connect with your audience. So you want to make sure that you connect with your audience, you connect with your niche. I have on my
I love
business
all
page,
of them. That's my problem. I'm
and
doing
that's
like
okay.
all of them because I love them all.
I know, and you'll get some of the girlies that like you that are all catch all. Like my one of my best friends and sisters has a lip gloss line, so I'll talk about her lip gloss, and I'll get lip gloss sales with my community that's fragrant. So you can cross mingle, but like the core of what you do, I'm totally like pro niche, and so I didn't believe that creators were making that until I got a TikTok shop. And I could see the back end of what the creators' GMVs are, like what their revenue is per month. And I seen a girl said something like 1 million. I said, oh my goodness, that breaks down to like 6 figures a month, roughly, depends on her collaboration deals. And so again, I don't have a huge following. I only have like just barely over 7,000. I think 7,011 followers. It goes up every day and up, down, up, down. And so I could not sell on TikTok Shop 24/7. I couldn't sell on TikTok Shop 24/7 in the ways in which like bigger companies could do that help make them successful because I'm producing. So I'm making the product, I'm shipping the product, which sometimes it could be 400 orders in a day. So I'm shipping the product, making the product, posting the product. Like I was doing every single thing for my business. I didn't have a team. Now my best friend's behind me helping. But
Hey, bestie.
hey. But that's because she just loves the brand and is so bought in. And so I couldn't then go on live and sell everything all day, every day, which it takes for you to be in TikTok's algorithm. It takes all of that. So I needed to lean heavily on my community. So I created something that I called the Glow League. That's a team of TikTok shop creators and affiliates who we could all come together as a community, all help each other, all teach each other things, all do lives, sometimes together, and then just help push the brand and sell the product. Now, you might ask, were they just random people? No, they were people who already had my products and love my products because I'm gonna tell you something. It sounds very different. I say this all the time on my lives. When someone says, "Ooh, girl, I just got this new perfume. It smells like vanilla." What? I'm not gonna buy that because you might not really like it for real. Versus, girl, let me tell you about this new perfume I just got called Vanilla Girly by You. Glow Girl by Karie. It smells like Vanilla 28 and Burberry Goddess. Like those give very different selling techniques.
I
So
know.
I was heavy on at one point 8,000 people have my products in their cart. I said, there's no way that 8,000 of you know my products. I don't have 8,000 people. I don't have that. So I took it out of everybody's cart and I started over. I started from scratch with people who truly loved the brand, people who could influence about the brand because they knew it, they loved it, they trusted us, not people who were looking for free samples. I actually didn't send out any PR or any free samples for at least the first 9 months because at one point my products were $3.99. So they were so low that you could afford it. The entry level to be a creator was so
Right.
low for my products. If you love my products and you support me, you want to see the brand do well, just buy it. And so that was my motto for a long time. As prices increase, you got to kind of have a PR system. You get, public relations. You have to do real things to be a brand. And so
Let
I
me
was
tell
able to
people how
scale.
that works right quick. So, what she's
Yeah.
talking about is on the back end, a creator may like your product. You have to have a creator profile, and you can see if the brand will send you a free sample so that you can create the content to then sell and make your commission. So,
Hmm.
some brands don't offer it at all. I can name them, but again, to your point, I love them so much, I don't care. So, like Fenty Beauty does not do free samples. Saltaire does not do free samples, but there's other brands that will may give you a free sample, or they have refundable samples where you buy it and then if you sell a certain number of amounts, then you get a refund back on what you've purchased. So I agree with you, Karie. If you believe in it, there's some where I was like, I don't care if you give me a free sample. I'm ordering it anyways because I use this 24/7 and I can sell the mess out of
Yeah.
it. And so that if you're a business owner listening, that's how it works on the creator side. You can either offer a sample for free, you can either do it as a refundable if they sell a certain amount, or you can just not offer it at all.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, and that's exactly it. But the people who, like I said, are bought into the brand, my Glow League, they do it. And we have fun challenges too, Leah, to keep it kind of fun and make it a little bit different. Like whoever sells the most, I will sometimes like give you like a cash bonus. And I'll be like, I have anywhere from $500 to $1,000 in this envelope. You're gonna get your commission that you would usually get, which is 10% on whatever it is that you sell.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna just send you cash for saying thank you for supporting the brand. So it kind of helps with one, keeping it fun, keeping it different, and giving people something to like motivate them and strive to, and potentially win because $500 or $1,000 in money, yeah, I'll take it. So,
Exactly. And let me tell you what is different if you're a business owner, how this is different from what I typically see with brand campaigns working with influencers. Normally, you send the influencer email, "Oh, I want to work with you. I want to collab. Here's your brand deck or here's, what you can say, send you the product, make your content, boom, be done." That is not what's happening on TikTok. We are doing full fledged weekly webinars with brands. We're getting to, like Karie says, I am connecting with my influencers face to
mhm,
face.
mhm,
I'm on calls with these people. They are teaching me the brand, they are teaching me what sells, they are
mhm.
teaching me what hook I should use in the first 3 seconds. They are sometimes they'll have the chemist on the line to tell
Yeah.
you what's the science behind the product. This is a full-fledged, like, we are legit in a partnership because they want you to sell well and make your commission, but
Mhm,
they also want to have successful campaigns. That is not ordinary at
mm-mm,
all. That is not
mm.
what's happening on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, YouTube. I've only seen this on TikTok.
And I can't even tell you what's happening on those other apps because TikTok Shop keeps me so busy that if you search for me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I don't know, whatever the threads, any of that stuff, like I post very minimally. And I think I probably see no business traffic. And that has been okay for me because I have been having sellout launch after sellout launch just with my TikTok alone and my 7,000 followers.
So that's an important thing for business owners to stay with what works for you. Did you ever feel the pressure to be everywhere? Because one of the things I always hear from business owners is like, should I be on Facebook? Should I be TikToking? Should I be on Threads? Like, where should I go? Like, at what point did you just become comfortable to say, I don't need to be where everybody else thinks I need to be?
It I go back and forth about that in my mind because the reality is I always say I need to expand to Facebook. I need to expand to Instagram. I got really scared when they said that they were going to close TikTok. I'm like, wow, all of my eggs are in
I
one
talk so much
basket.
crap about y'all, and now I'm like, please don't shut TikTok down because I'm having a time. I'm having
A
a time.
time. I'm trying to tell you, Leah. And so I was so nervous and I'm like, wow, I really should have marketed on those other platforms. But then I'm like, also like, wow, you're really doing so well here. Just my husband always says, focus where the people love you. And so I just try and put so much of my focus on TikTok.
Put husband on the line because he giving some good tips to you, girl.
He just walked in and wait till I tell you, Leah, that he just started his own TikTok shop. Yes, ma'am. And he is killing it. He did better than me last month. Uh-huh.
This is a whole nother conversation about one side of the couple really getting into TikTok shop and doing well, and then the partner coming in, or like I said, those two women, they retired their husbands, and she was like, girl, I had to create a whole nother account because my husband is taking over my TikTok shop and it's like pissing me off.
No, he gets more. He can post a video and get 8,000 views, 800 likes. I'm like, what? And it'll just be him. So it's so funny how husbands work on TikTok. I don't know. But yeah,
Let me put mine to work. Let's get taking some notes. Like,
girl.
let's get off the phone. Like, baby, what are you doing? What is
Yeah.
you? What are we?
Close
What
that
can
other
you
app.
sell? Yeah, what
Yeah.
can you sell?
He loves Instagram. I'm always like, get off Instagram and log into TikTok.
I love this. Oh wow, this is amazing. So okay, I know I got to wrap, but I have so many questions.
Yeah.
So as a brand
Hmm.
on the back end of TikTok, when you're deciding what creators you want to work with, how are you making that decision onto who you're kind of collabing with through TikTok Shop? What does that process look like for you?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I just follow my heart. It's the people I know. I'm so connected to my audience. Like I'm live at least once a day. So I know everybody who shops with me, the scents that they like, the kids, they where they work at. Like we're so connected. So if you say, hey, I want to support the brand, chances are I probably know most things about you. And so I'm like, yeah, that's a no-brainer. Versus it being like at username, da 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 da. Hi, I would love to collab with you. So I've actually never sent one of those emails that says, hi, I would love to collab with you. I get them on my personal page because I'm also a TikTok shop creator on my personal page, but I've never sent one of those. And my team of affiliates are literally just people who love the brand, support the brand, talk about us on TikTok. I have a Facebook group with about 1,000 people in it, 1,000 glow babes. And so it's just literally people who literally love the brand. That's it.
I love that. I love
Mm-hmm.
that. And I think that should be encouraging for anybody that's listening. Like sometimes we just try to over techno like make things so over technical and over analyze it. And to your point, when I'm looking at all the products I gotta do videos for. And it really is just being genuine and authentic. And sometimes when brands send me scripts, I'm like, I ain't saying all of that. Because what they want, the number one thing that sells for me is me talking about my back fat and how my
Mm-hmm.
man loves my back fat. And it's that viral backless dress. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I got all this junk dragging
Mm-hmm.
all this wagon, but he
Mm-hmm.
loves it. And then I'll wake up and it's like, you've sold 10 dresses. And it's me pinching my fat.
Yes.
I said, I guess this is what people want to see. But if I were
It
talking to
is.
my girlfriends, that's how I would say it.
Correct. And that's exactly it. I've noticed that when I'm on the lives, because I will, people know if you come to my live, I'm probably going to be cussing, dancing, singing, rapping. Like it just depends on what it is. And so I've noticed that when I am trying to be like so politically correct, like, okay, I got PR teams, I have marketing teams watching me, I have all these people watching me. And I try and be like this, like, real like put together business owner. I don't do as well as when I'm Karie and people are like, I love your hair. And I'm like, girl, this is my wig from Amazon. Let me tell you about it. I noticed that I get more sales when I'm my authentic self selling authentic products that I authentically love.
I love that. I love that. So, just to give people a little bit of perspective, how long was this process from you got on the Random Ladies Live
Mhm.
to when you really saw booming success with TikTok Shop? How long were you kind of feeding this engine before it took off?
Before it took off, I would say 2 months. So maybe about 2.5 months, I had my first five-figure live. And then last February, I had my first six-figure month. Yeah, I had my first six-figure month for Black History Month. Every single day, I released a new scent
Yes. Y'all,
for Black.
August is
Yeah.
Black Business Month. I would try to make these evergreen, but yo, like
Uh-huh.
support Carrie. August,
Yes.
let's we I foresee a six-figure month next month.
Hmm. And so that's exactly it. I had my first six-figure month in February, and since then, it's just been pouring back into the business and figuring out how to scale and doing what works on TikTok Shop and just being consistent. And now, like I said, we're starting my husband's brand, so we just started a second brand that we're now doing the same things I did and doing the same thing for him because when I first started, I remember him maxing out his credit cards, doing all the things to make sure that my engine was up and running. So now it's time we're pouring back into him. And I'm excited to see where we are 12 months in with him.
What have you over there selling?
Babe, what are you selling?
I
Come
Come
here, say
on,
hello to
hubby, come
Leah.
on. What we selling?
hello,
Hey,
hello. I know I got some body oils, EDPs. I also
you
got some
doing beard
lotion.
oils?
Actually, yeah, I'm about to start that. Actually, now, look at you, getting the exclusive information out of me. You know what? I'm getting off of here.
Look, I see how he's selling. He come over, he's glowing, glistening.
That's what I said. But no, it's funny because he is also
And
my
we've been
direct.
glowing,
Yeah. Yeah.
we've been glowing, and it just takes 100 times more effort.
But he is my direct competitor. We sell the exact same things on the TikTok shop and we both do well. So imagine that.
That is, I love that. I am feeling very encouraged. You have no idea. I'm about to call my fiance as soon as I get off this phone. Like, we not doing this thing right, okay?
Mm-mm.
Teamwork.
Call problem, girl.
But no, this is amazing. And I will say this before we go. On the creator side, and I don't know how much, and you know, because you're on the creator side too, I think sometimes we worry about the followers. We're still in this like follower obsession, which years ago we told everybody to let that go. The algorithm awards just good content, right? But I
Hmm.
think TikTok's algorithm is way different.
Hmm.
I was on a call with TikTok 2 weeks ago, and the guy in TikTok offices says there are not enough videos to feed the consumption of the people who don't want to be creators.
Hmm.
And so TikTok will tell us we need videos in these categories. So
Yes.
I have ones where it's like, we just need you to say what your favorite fragrance is. And I was like, really? That's easy. And then
Hmm.
I'm a TikTok Go creator. Here's all the places in Texas we need you to do videos for. And if I do it, it doesn't matter that I only have 1,730 followers right now. It's like TikTok's like, thank you for creating the video. We said we need it. It's a good video. It meets our content quality standards. And TikTok just pushes that sucker through the engine. And within
Hmm.
seconds, I'll get a notification like, your post is outperforming 90% in your category with 400 views, and 400 views I just posted.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
we don't have to worry about doing all of this shuck and jive and these dances to make the algorithm love us when TikTok's saying, no, we just need your videos,
Hmm.
and we're
That's
gonna
it.
do the rest.
Yes. But do you know why they're doing the rest? Because I'll tell you a secret.
Because you're paying them.
That and exactly. So on the back end, TikTok is 6% of any sale I make. 6%. So their goal is to push out content based on my products so that I can get sales so that they can make money. That's it. It's just a nice big circle. We're all happy. So you don't need a ton of followers. My highest grossing affiliate, Angelica Rose, she did six figures for the brand, all with under 10,000 followers.
Wow. And
Mhm.
that's honestly my goal. Like right now I feel like I'm in a testing phase. Leah, what products do you like? Like what do you really really like? Cuz eventually, I'm not even kidding, I'm building like a TikTok live area with lights and all crazy stuff, and I can, it's like I'm a, a stage manager where I can move the logos and all that stuff, and then
Mhm.
only focus on the core brands and just go live and have these conversations when there's new launches and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Because in my opinion, it's like it's the new HSN, the new
Yes.
QVC.
That's exactly it. I have a whole TikTok studio behind me in another office suite. If you go to my TikTok, it has a big logo. I got custom carpentry made to just post our products up because my goal once we get the last like large production run is I'm going to be on TikTok Shop 24 hours selling my products just like QVC because I can see the back end and the brands that just sit on there for hours and hours and hours do numbers. And so that's exactly my goal. But you do have to keep it fun. You do have to keep it engaging. So the way that I have mine set up is kind of like a talk show. So on Mondays we'll do this. On Tuesdays we'll do this. On Sundays we'll learn how to formulate some of our own products. So that way my community is not bored and it doesn't feel like I'm just trying to sell to my core
So,
community all the
yeah.
time. Hmm.
I love, this has been such an amazing conversation. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, you guys. Like we could probably talk about this for hours. I have so many
Yes.
things that I've noticed that we just gonna have to come. You just gonna have to come back, Karie, and you can
Okay.
bring your husband too. So we probably got some men that listen to. They need to be
Okay.
inspired. Just kidding. Um, but if there's any key takeaways, like maybe two or three things for a business owner that's listening right now, that's like that maybe has a consumer product that's deciding whether or not to give TikTok Shop a try, what do you have to say to them?
I would say TikTok Shop, although it can feel oversaturated, it is not oversaturated. Your core community is waiting to find you. And there are people who have been looking for your products. They just don't know that you exist. You can have the best product, but if you never find your community, you won't be as successful as you can. And TikTok literally pushes you out to, I think I was on a TikTok call and they said it's 17 million people or 17 billion people, something like that, that is actively shopping on TikTok Shop every every single month. So imagine just having 1% of that market share, where you could be once you could see exponential growth in just a matter of 2 to 3 months. So just please make sure that you, one, take it serious, be consistent, give it a try. Like, I'm begging you to try TikTok Shop. I love what it's done for me. I am always a TikTok Shop stan. I would not be anywhere close to what I was or what I am without TikTok Shop. So just for me, try it. Stay the course. I have plenty of horror stories about TikTok Shop wanting to hold money for 365 days and all of the things and this and that and having to do the appeals and all of that. But nothing beats being able to say, I went live for 28 days straight and made $115,000 on TikTok Shop alone. No other traffic, no other revenue, no other anything, no team, no big warehouse, just me, my kitchen, my little office in here grinding.
And I will say, you glow, girl. You glow, girl.
Thank you, ma'am.
And that consistency piece, I couldn't end with, with that, because so many people get discouraged. I'm in these creator groups and it's like, oh, I've been doing this and I'm gonna hop out, and I'm like, no, that's when it just starts getting good. Do not. I've seen people take off after 2 months. One lady said it took a year. Another lady said it took 2 years. But if you can do what you've done, why not? Just go for it. Just go for
100%.
So where can people find, let's plug your TikTok info, because now we're gonna be invested and tuned in.
Yes, please do. Please follow me on TikTok. I am You Glow Girl by Karie. If you see somebody dressed up like a marshmallow, that is me. I also have a really intimate, exclusive group on Facebook. It's so fun. We talk about my products, but other Black-owned businesses, because I'm passionate about that. It's called the Glow Babes Lounge on Facebook. If you send an invite, we'll accept you. And then also I'm on Instagram, so You Glow Girl by Karie. But I'm not as active as I am on TikTok. So find me on TikTok.
Well, thank you so much, Karie. This has been so enlightening. Much success to you. I cannot wait to follow and take notes from your lives and all the things. And like I said, you guys, it is a whole world out there that I just don't think that you guys really know exists, and it's changing lives. It's changing businesses. It can change your business. It is, I will say this again and again, it is the new QVC. It is the new HSN for sellers, and then on the consumer side as well. But also it's getting up there with Amazon. When I'm asking people where they're getting products, they're telling me, oh, I got that on TikTok Shop randomly at like 2 a.m. So the add to cart syndrome is happening just as bad on TikTok as it is on Amazon. So please be a part of this movement and tap in while you can. It's amazing. Thank you, Karie, so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.